why you think college is a scam. I like watched your Jubilee segment.
Exhibit A just walked by.
Okay. So that's just like one of many professors we have here on campus.
Is he about the norm of how liberal campus professors are?
Okay, well,
and not only that,
I'm asking you, not the crowd here. I just
No,
want to know
they're supporting my position. I use that somewhat somewhat jokingly, but
Okay.
if that's really what you're paying for, he even admitted, well, people here can't find jobs. Then why the heck are you going to college if your own professor acknowledges you can't find jobs?
I'm a math major. I'm not a psychology major, so
Sociology, but yeah, fine.
yeah, okay, whatever. So I'm getting my education to become an actuary, so I can
Amazing.
get a job, make money.
And that
But anyways, I want to ask you
I'll put my-
what your like level of education was and why you didn't go to college or dropped out or whatever.
I'm a proud high school graduate.
Okay.
So, and an American entrepreneur that now employs 1,500 people, $100 million budget. Millions and millions of people follow us, and I didn't have to go to college to do that. And so, if people think college is for them, then great.
Okay, how did you get there?
Through hard work and grit and determination and traveling.
Did you make connections with other people? Did you network?
Yeah, and actually college wouldn't have helped at all for that.
Okay,
And-
how?
Well, because I was trying to meet successful, rich, seasoned, conservative people to seed fund my operation. And if you're trying to find successful, conservative people, you don't go to college campuses to find those people usually.
Well, if you
And-
look at the crowd, all these people here are conservative, so I don't know what...
Fair enough. Again, emphasis on wealthy, successful business people. I'm sure there's some in the audience.
So you're
but-
calling all these people poor?
Well, no, I'm calling them students. Okay, so unless someone here is like a crypto billionaire, I want to meet you. I was looking for seed funding, of which is very normal for a startup operation to do.
Okay.
But again, I weighed the cost and the benefit. I took a gap year. It's been 13 gap years. However, I am curious, does it matter?
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Mos. You remember when your parents used to tell you to go to college, be all you could be, get that 4-year degree, be a lawyer, a doctor, have a prestigious career? Is that a thing of the past? I want to know. The average tuition for USC is $90,000 a year. Let that sink in. So that's $360,000 for a 4-year degree, for a piece of paper that, they say on average, a person graduating from college makes $25 to $35 an hour on average. If you factor that in with paying back that tuition, paying back that loan that for your tuition, excuse me. The average cost of an apartment in California is $2,600. If you're an elite class of people in the United States that make over $29 an hour, which 80% of the job market in the United States don't make that. It's crazy. The numbers ain't numbering. The math just ain't mathing, y'all. I mean, it's just not. I want to know, is it worth it, man? Congratulations to my little bro. He just graduated from Bakersfield College. Saludos and kudos to him. He's headed to a major university. I believe it's UC Davis or UC Riverside, if my memory serves correct. But congratulations to all the graduates, high school, junior high, and that's the reason why I brought it up, is because I drive around, I drive for a living, and I see college students, I see them taking pictures in front of the major universities, and I always wonder, what percentage of these kids, especially nowadays in 2026, grow off and ride off into the sunset and are successful. It's a lot of kids that graduate from college, especially nowadays, that are still at home with their parents because it's so rough out here. And it's not their fault. It's the economy. It's how things are lining out. And a lot of people, in general, are still living at home with their parents because they can't afford to move. They can't make that lateral move because no matter how many jobs they get, they still stuck in a rut. I just recently came off of working, 96 hours every 2 weeks. You know, I was afforded the opportunity to get the weekends off, and I took it. But I'm going back to working 96 hours a week. Every 2 weeks next month, man, because life just ain't lifing right now, man, for a lot of people. So I never could understand, and how could a person afford to even, you know, go to college for 4 years, man. I was never afforded that opportunity. Since I've been an adult, I've been working. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the time where there was a short period of span in my life where I was messing up and getting into trouble. But since I've been I've been adulting. You know what I'm saying? So taking 4 years off, man, to only make $25 to $35 an hour starting off, man, wasn't in my plans. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of, you know, teenagers becoming millionaires overnight, you know, streamers, and, you know, it's so many ways to make money aside from going to college. You know, even nowadays, the trade market, you know what I mean? Get in the trade, becoming a carpenter, becoming a welder, becoming a pipe fitter, or, you know, an electrician is more of a viable option for people as opposed to going to college, you know, in my humble opinion, because college is going to take a lot out of you, man. It's going to cost you a lot, and then when you get out, you're not going to be making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Unless a lot of people say they do it for plugs and connections and things of that nature, but hey, man, I don't know, man. If I was young, I'd take my chances elsewhere, man. I would roll my dice somewhere else as opposed to going to college, man, even if I was afforded the opportunity. I remember when I was young, my dad used to always ask me, man, when I was about 16, 17 years old, man. You know, my dad came back into my life when I was about 12, 13 years old. You know, God rest his soul, Mr. Isaiah Crumpton. He was a pillar in the community of Bakersfield, you know, and we'll talk about that on another video. But anyway, he asked me what I wanted to do. You know, he was like, man, what you want to do? He would always ask me when he came to pick me up what I wanted to do. And I told him, I don't know. Because I didn't, you know. I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, it's important, it's imperative for you to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? When you're young now, you're thinking, oh, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'll figure it out. No, you better figure it out right now, man, because times are getting crucial, man. It's time to know, you know, what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, man, you better figure it out. Hey, this is your host, Most the Great, Day Late, Dollar Short News, live and direct, where we ride for respect. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this video. Am I just talking out the side of my neck? Is if you can go to college, should you go to college for 4 years, man? Let me know, man. And congratulations to all the graduates, junior high, high school, you know, trade school, whatever college and school that you went to when you graduated, man. Saludos and kudos, man. I'm out.